This is our presentation on how to understand that polls do not represent the whole population. The first thing we wanted to touch on was the terms to know, and there are a few that you need to know in order to understand how weighting and random sampling work. And the first term is population, which is the people that are being surveyed to help find a conclusion. A sample is a subset of the population, meaning not the complete population. A representative sample is a sample that looks like the population. A random sample is the method of constructing a representative sample, and weighting is using that to adjust how well a poll sample is.
The first thing we're touching on is the use of random sampling in polls. Using information from a sample gives an idea about the population's thoughts. Random samples are randomly selected from the population. The best way to get a representative sample is with random samples.
We're showing a few examples of how polls are used in random sampling. And the first one is using the random number generator. And you can find that on Google just by looking up random number generator. This is used typically with smaller sample sizes, and this method randomizes people surveyed into numbers and picks a specific number at random. And then you could use the random number method and formula in Excel, which is used with number IDs. And first you have to find the population means, which are basically the averages. And then if you put in the formula, ran between one number and the nth number, then you'll get your sample.
Next, we're going to be explaining the use of weighting in polls. Weighting helps alter how accurate the poll sample is to the population. Weighting can be overrepresented or underrepresented. Overrepresented means that the weight is less than 1, and under means that the weight is more than 1. Calculating weight is weight equals population divided by sample. Weight is a decimal.
An example of how polls are used in weighting is, this example is just one that I looked up on the internet. The population of Fox Point, Wisconsin is made up of 49% women and 51% male. And if you draw a random sample and you get 200 females and 150 males, you can find the weight for them by dividing the population by the sample. So for female, the weight is approximately 0.25, and for male, the weight is approximately 3.4.
The importance of weighting and sampling in polls is random sampling in polls is meant to find a representative sample of the population. There is no way to get conclusive answers from the entire population because not everyone chooses to participate. Using the weighting formula helps pollsters understand the poll sample, which represents the population that is being surveyed.